What I'm doing is I've got this old artillery crate I've put on wheels so I can wheel it about and sit on it whilst I'm working on my bike. Then make it into a boombox. I've got this old little wireless speaker. I'm going to butcher for the insides. So that'll power, well, it won't power it, but I'm going to have to put a bigger battery pack on it. That'll have a little motherboard for it all to run through and the switch. I've already done this once in the bench with a car stereo. But I want to have to plug my phone in, so let's get on with it. I'm over with this. My phone. I haven't ever really made a video like this on this channel. When I did make videos like this, I had an iPhone. I've just got a Galaxy S8, and it's too big for the mount I had for it for my old phone, so I can't video whilst I'm doing things because I've only got one hand. So basically, what I'm doing is I've just taken this apart. Look, there's the motherboard. Charger, which obviously won't be in it because the battery was in it, will be replaced with a decent battery. Switch, turn it on and off. That will be extended for a longer one. I've just basically just snip that wire, get the speaker off it, because I'll be using proper speakers, probably car speakers or maybe house speakers because they have a bit of boom to them. Yeah, basically I'm just going to, well, for now I'm just going to cut the plastic so I can keep the speaker attached, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it with this little speaker, get it all working, then put the big speakers, extend everything, change the battery. So yeah, that's why I'm going to have to do this in little clips. What do you get out of it? I accidentally sawed through the cable on this a little bit, but I want to replace it anyway for a longer one. So obviously I have the motherboard, speaker, switch, shit little battery all comes in, and an LED to tell you that it's on. I will be replacing the battery because that's just rubbish really, isn't it? It used to last about 45 minutes on full charge, but power in big speakers, it'll last about 2 probably. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how this will work with that little battery. So I'll replace it. I've got a load of RC car like big batteries, so either that or something like lantern batteries or 9-volt square batteries I'll use. So yeah, that's basically that. Now I've just got to work all this out with bigger speakers and things, and then once I've got all this sorted, let's move on to this, cut some holes in the front and have some speakers in it. And then on the inside I've already taken out all the shell holders because they was originally all the way up, obviously to hold artillery shells. I'll make a little thing around here to hold everything, and a little thing to put my phone in, because this will have tools in it as well, because like I said, it's a little thing just to wheel about when working on my bike, sit on it, or if not, I'll be sitting on the chair and it'll be a table so I can keep stuff in it. So yeah, I'll come back on the next bit. What I've done, obviously cut the battery off, left a little bit on there in case you ever want to use it for anything. The wires, and I've also found these old battery powered Christmas lights. I've already cut them off. I'm going to connect those up and see if it will run off double A's. Reason for this thinking is I used to have a 1981 Suzuki GP100, but it was turned into a dirt bike. Basically, could never go back on the road. It was just a cheap thing I brought. I did up, made a little bit of money on. Well, when I got rid of it anyway. But for light, so you could kind of see at night, I used one of these. But I swapped these connectors and put a 9-volt square battery in it, and had that wired up to 2 torches, which I put on the front in like a sandwich box that the switch was on. You could flick it on, and that actually worked pretty well. So that's my thinking for this, because this won't draw as much power, I shouldn't think, as 2 big super bright torches. So I'll see if this works off 2 AA's. If it does, I'll swap it over for a 9-volt. But saying that, what's the voltage? This is only 3.7 volts down, so I might have to stay with the AA's. But we'll see how it goes. I'll try it with 9-volt. If it blows up, then I'll swap it back. Just soldered it all up, turned it on, and just turn it back off. Try it out. Nothing working. Bloody speakers come on bloody connected. So more fiddly soldering to do. Great. Right, so all works. Well, that's that bit done anyways. Powered off this. speaker's working fine. It's a bit shit sounding because it's a little thing, but that works. Next thing, change the speakers next, or no? I know what I'm doing next. Did was I just put hot glue over everything because the wires kept pulling off. Hate soldering motherboards, and all I've got at the minute is this old soldering iron with a big bit on the end, so it's kind of awkward. And I don't want to have to keep soldering it. My decent soldering iron is broke. Put that away. Next thing, I think, is probably going to find my speakers and swap the speaker over and give it a test. So she's working with this old car speaker. Now I'm not sure what to use. I've got two decent car speakers, but then I've also got two decent-ish house speakers. This is a shit speaker. I just use this to test the shit, basically. What I'm going to do, because the reason I'm not sure is because obviously until you've got them in the box, they all sound equally as shit. Don't sort of have like no bass and sound tinny. But when you've got them in a box, they sound normal. That's when the sound comes out, because it's mounted on something. Same as in a car. If you unmount the speakers and put the radio on, the speakers will sound shit until you've mounted them back in. So I'm not sure what to use, because I'm not 100% sure what the house speakers I've got sound like. But the car speakers are okay, I think. I think what I'll do, because the house speakers are bigger, I'll use the car speakers first at least, and when I've cut the holes in, if it still sounds shit, I can easily cut the hole bigger to put the bigger speaker in. So that's pretty much done. I want to go and get the car speakers, wire them up, get it all working. It is working, but I need to make more wires to run two speakers. Yeah. Also, I plugged in a 12-inch sub, and that worked too. That was fun. Speakers work perfectly. I've had to cut bits off the back because obviously where the plug usually goes, I'm going to have to get some plugs to put on the ends of the wires. That's the next bit, if I've got anything that fit. If not, I'll just have to do what I've done for now. So yeah, literally sort that out. These wires I've got will be long enough. Tape over all the solders. I might not extend this might be long enough as it is and it's working, so I might just leave that and then sort that out. For the speakers, actually looking at it now, that left one's a tad bit too far over, so I have to move that a little bit. But yeah, just about to drill a hole and get the jigsaw in there and cut them out. So I very roughly cut the holes. Just need a file and make them fit. It's too hot for this shit. One thing I never really thought of, or thought through, was how I'm going to mount the speakers. Obviously I was going to put them inside with that screwed on the inside. I know these are angled, but on inspection I forgot about all the bits that are too close to actually put it on to mount it. So the only other way is having them on the outside, like so. I'm not sure how that looks. I'm not sure how I'd angle them either, probably into each other. What out? See, I'm not. This thing's probably like that, to be honest. Down, maybe up. Let's have a look. What do you think? Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? Or reach? Reach. Don't know. Oh God, need to stand up. Down. I think probably up. Oh no, down. Right, here's my thinking for this. If I do it up, I'll be able to drop shit on it and ruin them. If I do it down, it will just hit the big bit around it. Not the prettiest, but it'll work. Speakers in. I think that looks pretty cool. Now I can sit on it, wheel about it, work my bike, and listen to music on it too. Might paint them to match the box. I don't know. How about leave them black? Shame they do angle, but like I said, anyway, it's a good thing because I won't be able to drop stuff on them and break them now. Because if I was to drop anything, it wouldn't hit the speaker because they angle in at the bottom. So, good thing in a way. Now I just got to wire everything up and this inside. Got to wire everything up now and make a little compartment. I could put the wiring down in one of these. In one of these, to be honest. That might have to happen. Well, that might happen. It'll keep it tidy down in the bottom. Because then I could just put something over this. I know, stick out a bit. Stick out a tad, but I could put something over them. Cut out in the cover with a router. So they sit nice and snug. Then I could put a tray over it. Some sections for tools that you can take out. So that's the plan for that. That just all went in my coffee, so I'm drinking dusty coffee. Yeah, that's oh god, it's falling over. For a minute, that's it. I'm gonna drink my coffee and do some more in a bit. Into it now is I'm basically making a board to go over these with the switches on, or with the switch on to turn it on and off. And a battery box. It will be screwed down, so the battery box has to be on top. Now, because I'm a lover of like rat cars and bikes, I decided to use an old car number plate. I've got a switch down here, on off. Probably the point where people start thinking I'm a div. Update thingy bob. Obviously got the switch there. Need to wire it in. The actual number plate mount hole is where the that's on the number plate mount hole, and the other one is where the plug to go in the phone or whatever will come through. Battery pack hot glued on with the wires through the back. Now literally just wire them up. And then we're good to go. Dumb moment. I showed them the last bit about the switch. And then looking over it, I thought, why do I need a switch when it's already got a switch? So yeah, it's a little bit dumb. So now I have all this extended wire, which I need to shorten down, but well, so shorten down, literally leave it because it's getting late. I've sold it all up and it's working, so what's the point in cutting it all back up again? Literally all I'm doing now is mounting everything, sticking the wires down, hot gluing, drill a little hole to poke the LED through, put the wire through this hole which I already drilled, and yeah, then it will be complete. Oh yeah, and obviously got to drill some holes to screw it down. That's why I've done the battery pack on the outside, so it's easy to get to. So then I can just screw it down so it doesn't fall about. Done, all glued down in place. Now, if I put the batteries in, battery pack's a bit weird. Batteries tend to pop out, well that one does. So I've got the cover on. Turn that off. Now when I turn it on, little blue light. Cable comes through here. Sorted, now just drill some holes in it and screw it down. She's all done. On the outside, not stupidly bright light. Switch here, turns that on. Plug here, to on your phone or whatever you want to plug into it. Bit late now to start blowing music, so there'll be another video after this showing you it working, but it's one I recorded earlier before I put the plate and that in the inside. Right, thanks for watching, and hopefully inspires you guys to make something, I guess.